definitely are going to raise the roof with their cuss words. They are two of the very best ladies this world has ever produced, apart from my own. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Miss Kim Rhodes and Miss Brianna.
That's it. That was
I'll be
beautiful.
performing with the band tomorrow night. So
Hold on, what go?
hi, hey,
Hi.
I got you. How did I get you? Where I was over there like, oh,
Yes, giggling.
that's right. Go enjoy your time not having
Thank you
to
so much,
listen to
Cheers,
it.
guys.
I love you. Okay, I love you. Bye.
The boys.
Be nice.
Hi.
Hello,
You used to
everyone.
come out and kick over furniture.
I see you. I see you. I actually can see you all.
Yeah.
Every single fucking one of you.
If you throw your back out,
That's true. That is true. I just end up like this forehead.
oil can.
Yeah, but then surprisingly, from then on, she got everything she ever wanted. Watch and learn, motherfucker. All right. I'm gonna be back here now.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Let's just see what happens.
Steve, get in trouble.
Hey, Steve. Norton.
Trouble.
Norton. Shh. Shh. Norton. Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Look away. Look away. We just wanted to say hello. Enjoy your break.
Your stuff is fine out here with us.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing will happen. We're famed for our ability to control our impulses.
Famous thing about us. Liar! All right.
Everything's fine.
It's enough out of you fuckers.
All right.
How about y'all shut up? No, just pipe down. You're too fucking loud. This is what happens. We've warned everybody that because it's a small convention, it's gonna get a little crazy. That's right. So the panel you get today will not be a panel that you will ever get again. So every time I touch the microphone with my lips, I pee a little. I get a little scared. Who do you think used this microphone before me? Don't, Kim. Do not record that. Do not put that on Twitter. Elon Musk did not pay you for that.
There's for a long time, my wiki, it might still be my picture. My wiki picture was a picture somebody took at a curtain call at Sweet Life. And I couldn't understand why the fuck that was my picture for which the people kept putting it up. And I realized that they caught me right when I was bowing and my mouth was open.
Why do you bow with your mouth open?
I was saying, and bow.
Oh.
It was in the middle of shit. But they just, and it took me, my poor little innocent brain so long to be like, oh, that's a fact photo. Thank you.
And you're welcome.
Enjoy.
Internet.
Welcome.
I know you guys think you're going to ask questions. Good luck to you. Because I have shenanigans to ensue up here.
Ooh, what are we doing?
I'm just kidding. I'm just waiting for Steve to go so I can play with his drum set.
It's probably gone by now.
Okay. All right. Tell me if I'm good. One time I was at the Rockwood Music Festival and I had 1 or 2 wobbly pops. And I taught myself how to play the drums. So let's see how this works out.
You hit things.
I get in so much trouble. Okay.
Oh God, it's okay. I stood on it once.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. She was never heard from again. I remember Rob Benedict recorded it, and you could hear him on the other end going, "Wow, that's actually pretty good." And I was like, "Thank you. Pass me my whiskey, please." Okay, so now you've learned that I am a multifaceted entertainer. Yes, thank you, Mom. Yes, you may applaud that. And let's see what else we discover at the end of this panel. All right, fucking fine. You can ask a question.
I don't know if it'll let me charge and record at the same
No,
time.
good night. Have a good day. Thank you so much. You're next. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
So first, I wanted actually mostly just to thank both of you. Kim specifically, I follow you on TikTok, and I can't tell you how many times you make me cry, just by being like an extended mom, which is really, really wonderful. And
It's okay, our feelings come out our eyes. Mine do the same thing. That you paid a lot of fucking money to come here and have feelings. Have your fucking feelings.
And it's always been so wonderful, especially since I first saw, Donna Hanscom or Brianna on the show, to see someone who I looked at and I was like, wow, she's really pretty and she looks like me. Women that don't feel like real women. It was this very just strong-willed and beautiful woman. And then when you see like even panels or you just on whatever doing whatever with your kids and how that's not different, how you're a very strong woman who doesn't care, and it's just really inspiring. And it just makes me really.
Sorry, thank you.
Do not apologize for how your feelings come out of your body. It is a fucking gift, and that's how we take it. Thank you for that.
You used your question just to say nice things about us? That's a fucking waste of money. Just kidding. Thank you so much. You have to know that things like that are the reason that we come here. We don't come here to answer questions. We come here to hear nice things about ourselves. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Hello, beat that.
There you go.
I am probably going to get in my feelings too, and ditto on all of that. So this question's for Kim. You've played some amazing mother characters. First off, my friend Brianna made me promise I'd say she's the biggest Sweet Life fan ever. But for me, Jody, as a parent of an adopted teen, like I could relate so much. And then when you became like the internet mom on TikTok to all of us, particularly to, LGBT teens and neurospicy people like me, like, it means so much. And as a parent of an adopted teen, like, I think Gen Z and Gen Alpha are amazing, and sometimes they get a bad rap. I think they're amazing. What can you say to encourage teens to continue to recognize just how special they are in that awesomeness?
Oh, man. Here's the thing. Since we crawled out of the ocean and got 2 legs and decided we were humans, the generation has been looking at the one that comes after and saying, you're fucking doing it wrong and you're gonna ruin the world. And since we crawled out of the ocean and have been humans, we've been wrong about that. We have been steadily improving in terms of our ability to connect. Now, have we been doing some fucking colossal damage in the meantime? Yeah, we had some messy shit to clean up. But, like, the more yes we tell each other, the more yes we tell ourselves, the more we recognize that, yes, that's right, you shut my mic off because I'm about to say some shit right now. I literally was like, should I say this? And then my mic shut off, and then I'm gonna fucking say it anyway. The more we recognize that the old standard of believing that resources are limited and people who aren't like us are a threat and that community means tiny barriers, the more we look at that and go, that no longer serves us. Fuck that. We move forward. And the thing is, the only reason people don't want to move forward is because we're scared. So what I try to do, and this is what I want to, it is never the job of the underrepresented minority to do the emotional work and the learning for the majority who has to fucking learn it. That said, we usually have to fucking do it. Like, I have to teach people who don't think like I do that an autistic brain isn't what you think it is, it's who I am. So when I am confronted with somebody who's like, fuck you, I don't understand you, I hate you, you're wrong, what I do is I look for the fear. I do not respond to that with, no, fuck you! I do inside of me. Deep down inside, I'm like, fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you up! But what I mean is, okay, you're scared. You're scared you don't have enough. You're scared that sharing with me will mean that you don't have what you need. You're scared that I'm telling you you're wrong and stupid and bad when I'm asking you to think about me differently. And when I can see their fear, even if I can't change their fear, I can love their fear. And I can feel better about myself because ultimately I am fucking allowed to feel good about myself.
Woo!
It's like, yeah, it's frustrating, it's painful, it's scary, but if you recognize that it's just fear, you can let yourself have permission to be happy, even if you can't change that. So that is, does that help? Is that something? Woo! There we go, that's a thing. That's a thing. Hello.
Hi. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling Sue. It's my first time, and I just gotta say, like, y'all are amazing. The characters you play are amazing. So I just gotta ask, the characters inspired by y'all own personality?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I think that every character that I play as an actress will always have an element of Brianna in it. That's what makes the character seem authentic. The things that would be Brianna in Donna would be kind of her sunny disposition, her bubbliness, her optimism. Donna, I think there's lots of things. I think the journey Donna had throughout the show was something that I could relate to. I definitely related more to her near the end of her journey, not her death, but her, the end of where she was at the end of the show. But yeah, I think as an actor, it is important and really special when you do bring an element of yourself to those characters. And Donna will always have a special place in my heart. Every version of her, just as every version of Brianna has a special place in my heart.
I think one of the blessings that the writers through the years and the producers through the years gave us is a willingness to see what we were bringing to the character, and then to grab a hold of that and polish it up. So it wasn't like I got to walk in and say, I'm going to give you some notes about who I think Jody Mills is. It was more the writers saw things in me that I might not have even known about myself and pulled them out. The sense of humor, the unconditional love, the resigned willingness to be of service. All are things that I didn't even know I had in myself until I got to play them and find them and try them on and be like, oh, this feels pretty good. And then I come here and I see you and you reflect it back to me and I'm like, oh, this is now me now. So thank you for that question. Thank you.
Woo.
And welcome to your first one. Woohoo!
Enjoy.
Hello, my love.
Hello.
Hey, Lynn.
Hi, Brianna. I want to touch, well, first off, I want to echo earlier sentiment. Thank you for being here. Both of you are such inspirations in the way that you are open and forward with a lot of things. You know, you've helped me over the past few years, and I'm sure you've helped a lot of the ladies out here. And maybe even some of the guys, too. I want to touch on my question from Orlando just a bit.
You think that I remember that shit? Lynn?
I want to remind you.
Come on, come on.
Okay. But this time I want you to try to get in the minds of your daughters. What if your daughters could make you an imaginary character? What would you be? What would your name be? Anything goes, Kim.
What? But with me, it's just like,
Oh no,
yeah.
I can
Anything
like.
goes.
Well, it really depends on the week. My daughter has like, every time we sit at the dinner, I swear to God, every time we sit down to dinner, Valentina will go, what's your favorite land animal? Or like flying animal, always. And we'll always try to be tricky. We'll always be like a person in an airplane. Like we're always just like trying to think of new things. So I think Valentina would want me to be a fox, because that's her favorite animal right now. And I think my name would be, it's always going to be like a name like Trisha or something like that. Trisha the Fox. That actually sounds appropriate. It actually sounds very me. So that's where I'm going. Trisha the Fox, but I would have like magical powers of flying probably. My daughter's 8, so this would all be very logical.
I was just making a face because I already know she's been very, very clear. She frequently tells me she wishes that I was Ruby Roundhouse from Jumanji. Like, I wish you were Ruby Roundhouse. I'm like, girl, I do too.
Get in line.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Not a girl.
My question is, what is your guys' favorite episode that you're not in?
I don't have any. Thank you so much. Do I have something on my back? Well, my hair's falling out.
I'm getting.
No, I
sorry.
didn't have a brush today.
I recently isolated because I thought I had COVID a long time ago. The actual fuck.
We need a new microphone up here.
I
You talk,
isolated.
I'll go.
Okay, I started watching it from you. So now my new favorite is the Ghost Facers episode.
Go.
Funny and scary, and Phil Screecia. That's all I gotta
Oh,
say.
did he direct that?
Oh yeah.
I always say this, and I know it's like a bit of an easy answer, but it's gotta be French Mistake. You know why? I live for comedy. And I just think everybody is so funny. I think the writing is so smart and brilliant. But here's what I loved about it, is that I was on one episode of Supernatural, had a baby, and then was on a second episode of Supernatural. When I found out I was going to be in the second episode, I was like, oh, I should find out what this show's about. So I watched those first few seasons, but I had just had a baby. And so a lot of it like goes in one ear, out the other. But French Mistake, I watched before I really knew the crew that well. But what they did is they cast the characters of the crew, which are actual crew members, with actors from Vancouver that I knew. So I watched all of my friends pretend to be my other friends, which was very, very funny to me. And also, it's really funny to see those boys, meaning those 3 boys, make fun of themselves for a change, so I don't have to do it. But I thought it was just so clever and smart. I just thought it was great and funny. Final answer.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Dreama.
Cool name.
I'm originally from Goodyear, Arizona, but I moved to LA about 3 years ago. And I moved to, pursue my dream of acting. Learning very quickly, it's not always a dream, it has its downsides. I think, especially as women in the industry, it can be very tough. And there's, this idea of body image and being the beauty standard that is tough to meet. So what is your advice for people pursuing the industry and being in the industry with that kind of judgment, and how do you kind of manage and power through with that?
Look, I can't fucking change anybody. So the best I can do is get revenge by being happy anyway.
The reality is you can't manage anything. All you are in control of is what you have to offer. And you, as long as you can stay in control of that, because that can also, in this industry, be very hard to keep a handle on. Lots of people will tell you you need to be somebody else in order to be successful, and it is your job to put blinders on. And to always check in and go, no, 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 this is who I am, this is what I have to offer. And as long as you will always have a good handle on who you are and what you have to offer, no one can replace that. So when they need that, you will be the only choice. So always, always remind yourself of what you have to offer that nobody else does, and then you will be irreplaceable. That's the trick.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Good luck.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy Friday. Thank you for being
Oh, I thought you were going to start singing happy birthday. Happy Friday.
So my question is from the perspective of your characters. If you had to murder, marry, or have relations with Sam, Dean, or Cass.
That's it? That's it? Those three? Fuck. What is it?
Murder, marry.
Kill, marry, fuck? Kill, have relations? No, you would never say that.
So here's welcome to my fucking brain. So this is your first con? This is your first time meeting me? Yeah.
Oh, she's a Gemini.
Here's the problem. I'm an autistic Gemini. So, you're asking about Jody? Well, I don't know. Do the kids know? Will the kids find out? Do they get to find out? How am I supposed to pick what happens afterwards? Are we already dead? Because you know the show's over. We've all died already. Are we going to come back to life? Do I know if I killed somebody? Are they going to come back to life? Is it me? Am I possessed? Have I gotten an anti-possession suit? I've never even met Cass, whose body is Cass wearing, because technically that's a meat suit. That's not actually his. How do I get consent for anything that he's going to do? I don't fucking know. I can't answer questions like this. It's hypothetical.
Kim and I were having coffee on the balcony of her room, and she yells out, we're in the middle, and this happens all the time. We're having a conversation, and all of a sudden Kim just goes, I will jump over this railing to pet your dog. And this couple just was like, oh, thank you so much. And I was like, Kim, you cannot scream that at strangers. And she went, I have a doctor's note.
Yes, you are allowed.
Yes.
You are welcome to answer the question if you want to. But it breaks my hypothetical questions like that, where they're like the one that gets me is like, if you were a monster, what monster would you be? And I'm like, in what world? In this world? In that world? Was I born the monster? Did I turn into the monster? Does my family turn into this monster? Am I aware that I'm this monster? If I was born the monster, then how did I suffer all the trauma that makes me me? Because if the brain works differently, do I have a human brain? Do you get like? Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Don't ask me. And you know what else? Do not fucking ask me what favorite flavor of ice cream I have. I will answer the same way.
I would fuck, marry, kill all of them in that order for their money. Thank you. Hello.
Hi. I just wanted to say I love both of you. Kim, I've been a big fan ever since The Sweet Life, and I follow you on TikTok, and I love you. I just wanted to know your thoughts on, like, if there were ever to be a supernatural Sweet Life crossover, like if the Tipton was haunted. What were your thoughts?
Oh, wouldn't that be? I fantasize about. I always thought it would be really cool if there was a Riverdale supernatural crossover, and Jody and Jughead just walk past each other, and we're like, and that was it. That was it. You don't ever say anything. There's nothing. Just a moment of like, huh. And that's it. I think that would be fucking hilarious.
That's good.
But can you imagine if that like haunted, whatever the episode was in Sweet Life, where they had the ghost and Sam and Dean came in and just shot up the room.
Love a crossover, man. Yeah, I approve. I mean, we can't go back in time, but yeah. I just don't know if I'd want to see the twins and the boys in a scene together. I feel like there'd be too many farts.
It would never get filmed.
I'm knowing exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So first off, I wanted to say I love you both so much, and your characters gave me a lot of strength. I feel like over all the seasons, it was one consistent in my life that helped me a lot. So thank you so much for that. Also, I want to say specifically to Kim, I grew up with you my whole life, and as somebody who didn't really have a mother figure, just watching you then and watching you on TikTok now, and everything that you say just helps me so much to have that in my life and to kind of put that towards how I want to be as a mother. So I just want to say thank you so much, and to both of you guys, you're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie!
Thank you so much for everything.
Oh, sweetheart, thank you for that. It is my pleasure. It heals so much. It heals so many punctures that my ego made in myself when I recognize that loving and showing up with a willingness to love can affect people. Like, I am capable of loving people I have literally never met. Because we don't, like, I love my daughter and she's not here right now. We don't need to be limited by this body to understand that my heart can see you and know that you are valued and loved and perfect, and I'm proud of you.
Hello.
Hello.
Both of you ladies have such a wonderful dynamic, and it's so lovely to see how you interact and just like go off with each other like on tangents. What was the dynamic like on the show and behind the scenes? Like, were you just always crying?
Fucking hated each other.
Wait, with us?
Hated each other.
Oh, no.
You tell the story.
Okay, I'll start the story. You can finish the story. It's there's balance. There's balance in everything. There's balance. So here's the thing. I had been on the show for 3 years? I don't know, something like that. Like since season 5. And then all of a sudden, I came on and did an episode, and Jensen and Jared were both like, oh my God, you have to meet Brianna. She is younger than you, and prettier than you, and funnier than you, and so much more talented than you, and it's gonna be it's great. She's gonna take your place, and we're all gonna be so happy you're gonna love her. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they said. That's exactly what they said. And I was like, I hate Brianna Buckmaster. She's stealing my crown! I didn't. I'm prone to hyperbole. It wasn't that much. But I was pretty sure, like, oh, there's a new me in town. Okay, here we go. So now, you pick, and then, because we're in an episode together. So, now we fast forward to.
So I did the opposite thing, where it went in my first episode, I don't remember what it was called, but the one where I am lying on the massage table, getting the fat sucked out. Fat spa one. And they're building VFX around me, and Phil Segretia, again, greatest man on earth, he was directing that episode, also cast me in that role, and he comes underneath my face, and he's like, you know, there's another actress on the show that plays a sheriff, and I think it would be really funny if you guys met at like a sheriff's convention. And so then Brad Creaser, who's the camera op, he goes, oh, that sounds like a spin-off. And that was 10 years ago. And I was just like new to television, working in television. I was like, oh my God, are you guys gonna put me in another episode? Oh my God, that's amazing. And then cut to it would have been season 9. I think my first episode was season 7 or 8. Anyway, I knew that Kim was gonna be in that episode. And because Phil said glowing things about her, immediately wanted to be her friend. So a little of the opposite of what she did. So I was rolling up to set. Now, we were shooting in like not a bear lodge, like a gun lodge.
It was the
hunting
Swedish.
lodge.
It was the Swedish hunting lodge or the
German
Norwegian.
or-
It was Norwegian. It was definitely Norwegian.
Lots of wood
Yes.
and like mugs, I remember. And so Kim was shooting the scene where she, if you remember Hippie 9-1, she walks out to take a phone call. I, again, being new to film and television, didn't know that she was shooting. I thought she had stepped out to take a phone call. And I saw her hang up the call, and I'm driving in a transport vehicle, and I roll down the window, and I just go, Kim! 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 It's Brianna! I'm in the episode with you!
And I immediately went, oh fuck, I love her.
And you just heard the director go, cut! Oh, I'm in trouble. And then we just hung out. I think I did 8 days on that episode, which means I was shooting every day of that episode. And we hung out every day. I remember at some point, she took me in, we had lunch in her, was it you that asked the question? You're like, I'm sick of this fucking answer. She took me into her trailer. We had lunch and talked specifically about the conventions because she was like, you're going to get invited to a convention and it'll be really fun and you're going to probably replace me and it's fine. And she did the thing that she does. And I went, well, maybe they'll put us on stage together.
Never happen.
Suckers.
Yeah. So now Brianna's now converted me. I don't
That's right.
I don't say no. And also now I recognize that no is a knee-jerk reaction caused because I don't transition well out of what I think is my trajectory. So now we have this great thing where I no longer instinctively say no because I think I'm right. And Brianna also approaches me with, I don't want an answer right now. I just want you to think about this.
And also Kim reminds me to think about things because I am a very impulsive person, which sometimes serves me and sometimes doesn't. But please, take it all. Take it all. I have plenty. I think that that's the beautiful reminder of going, don't say no before the yes has been presented to you. Is that the universe wanted us to have what we all have together here. And if we let our fears take over and our ego tell us, don't, because if you're rejected, it will be easier if you reject yourself first. What we have to practice doing is going, even if I am rejected, I'll be okay, but I'm choosing to believe I will be welcomed with open arms.
Yeah. Well, and like I was talking earlier, I don't tell you things that I haven't learned for myself. I do not sit back and I am not one who will tell you what to do if I haven't already been down the road and broken my ankle on all the fucking potholes. And so I am one who was very invested in the idea that there are limited resources and what I need to be okay is given to me because I'm a good girl. And if someone else gets what they need, that means there's not enough pie for everybody. And Brianna comes along and I'm like, oh, what if we just take a few fucking classes and learn how to make our own fucking pie? Ah! Pie for everyone! Pie for all!
That is not a euphemism.
No. Hello.
Hi, my name's Lacey, and I just want to say real quick that my friends and I absolutely love Jody and Donna, and my friend Carolina just says hi. And we also love Eileen and Supernatural. I know Shoshana's not here, but we wanted to know, how do you think Eileen's interactions with Jody and Donna would be like, and would you ever have hunted together?
Oh yes, 150%. I feel like
I actually am now annoyed that we never met.
Yeah.
I never even really thought about that. I love Shoshana. Love
Oh
her.
my God.
She's a fucking dream.
I think
A dream.
that Eileen's character, I hate to be anticlimactic about this, But there's always like this weird, you've talked about it, where like when female characters get together, there's always this trope that we have to either not like each other or be best friends and bond over curling hair. And I think Eileen would walk through the door and Jodie and Donna would be like, here's your shotgun. And that would be like, we would then be going. Like, it would be a process. We would figure out how each fits, but I think that we would be a trio that would absolutely solve it in motion, as opposed to sitting down and having to, like, figure shit out. Yeah, Eileen's a fucking badass. And Shoshana is a fucking badass. So, yes. I wish.
So yes to that.
Yeah, yes.
And I'm
Yes.
also hard of hearing too, and I use sign language, and so that means a lot to me.
Ah, thank you. Say hi to Caroline? Yes, right. Wonderful. Nailed it. Got it. Hello.
Hi. My question for you guys is, if you were a Disney princess, what would your animal sidekick be and why?
Probably a crow. Raven, which would be hard for a Disney princess because I picture this dynamic where the Raven's always like, let's go get some eyeballs out of dead bodies. And I'd be like, that doesn't sound very nice. La 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 la. Okay, which dead bodies?
I think maybe a panda, right? Because a baby panda would be so cute, and then you could like cuddle with it, and then when it's a grown-up panda, it could fuck somebody up, and you could also ride it to get somewhere. Final answer.
Final answer. Yeah, do you approve of those answers?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi Kim, hi Brianna, my name's Crystal. If you guys were to make t-shirts for each other with kind of like either like a friendly warning or a friendly tease on the back of it, what would it say?
Oh, so I'm supposed to make a t-shirt
For each other.
Brianna.
So we've done this before, so I'm gonna steal it.
Okay, good.
Fucking
Yeah,
bad.
go for it. Yeah.
Is that Kim's t-shirt would say, I eat glass, fuck you. Which is a joke back to a convention a long time ago where she told a story about a feral cat that she met that was like, don't back up. Back the fuck up. I eat glass. And then that became a fun, hilarious thing forever. And I just think it's a funny thing. Because Kim, you think is a warm, fuzzy person, and she is a warm, fuzzy person, but she's not one to be fucked with. She eats glass.
I like that. I like that. I think I don't know if I've had an answer for this before, but today my answer would be put your fucking sunglasses on. Because one of her favorite, I love this quote, is I won't dim my light because you refuse to put on sunglasses. So that's my put your fucking sunglasses on.
I accept that. I accept that. That's great. So if you guys could make those t-shirts for us, we're here till 5. And, you give it
You
to
be careful, she
Victoria.
doesn't mean it, she doesn't mean it, stop it! She doesn't mean it.
That's true.
She doesn't mean it.
Done that. And
You
then
will
the
have
t-shirts.
20
I
pounds
know.
of Kit Kats.
It's true. Oh my God. One time at panel, I said that Kit Kat was my favorite chocolate bar. I had Kit Kats for the rest of my life. I can't even look at a Kit Kat now. Hello.
Hi, my coworker actually went to school with you, Kim. Her name's Anna. Like
Oh yeah, Anna.
Yes.
Which school?
Elementary school.
Last name?
Which elementary? Anna Mall.
Yes.
Fuck you.
How about you?
Fuck you. I'm one of the first people that she ever talked to.
Yes.
I fucking beat Eric. I punched my first kid because he told Anna there was no Santa Claus.
She does.
Oh my God! Anna was like my favorite. I still remember the little house she lived in. I don't remember anything, but this is very. Please give her my love and tell her how excited I am to hear from her.
I'm actually having her record so I can show her the video.
Oh, good. Okay, yes. I would punch fucking Eric today. Yeah, Anna was so good. Okay.
So
Sorry.
I had a question.
Yes.
Her question was, what was your favorite moment, like filming Supernatural?
Oh Jesus.
What's our favorite moment filming Supernatural? Well, listen. Loved shooting the donut scene with Jensen. Yes, of course. Iconic. It's iconic for me because it was the very first scene I ever shot of Supernatural. I was very nervous, and I quickly was like, oh, these fuckers think I'm funny. Okay, all right. But I think like BTS favorite was when Kim and I were in the backseat of Baby, and Jared and Jensen swiftly learned that we can swing a dick joke faster than they can. And they were like, oh, I like these broads. They had a good time on that set with us, that's for sure. When Kim and I are together, people are like, oh, this is the show I want to watch. Call your favorite network. Thank you so much.
Let them know. I have a lot of favorite moments, but instead of trying to actually categorize all of them, I'll just tell you the first one that comes to mind was when Brianna Buckmaster, early in our relationship, apologized to me for swearing.
I didn't know her yet.
That was pretty fun.
That was very good.
Please give her my love.
Sorry for
What a
swearing.
fun story. Thank you.
Sorry for swearing.
Hello. First fight.
Hi. I'm just nervous, but practically, I just wanted to say that like, how much I love you guys and how like beautiful and amazing you guys are, and oh my gosh.
Thank you.
But Kim, I didn't know I could love you even more, but because I have an autistic sister and I just found out you're autistic, so I love you so much.
Thank you. I mean, if it counts, I just got a diagnosis in March. So I'm like, oh, my brain. But yeah, neurospicy, as it's been previously mentioned. Neurospicy. Yeah. I mean, neurodivergent, but neurospicy also qualifies. Neurospicy. Don't fucking underestimate us. No, thank you. Thank you for that. And yes, normalize having feelings. Like, I get very, like, again, as I have a new diagnosis, I'm looking at things in perspective now, and I'm like, wow, I spent so much of my life making other people's comfort my top priority. And the irony is, I actually am not wired to figure out what makes other people fucking comfortable. I just was like, is that right, wrong, right, wrong, wrong, right, right, you like, don't like, I don't fucking, I'll just keep trying until one of us falls down. And the more I go, because we were talking about this morning, the more I go, oh, you are totally responsible for your own comfort. The more comfortable people seem to feel. Go figure. So yeah, we get to normalize how our feelings come out. We get to own how we move through this world. We get to be as much us as we know we are on any given fucking day, and let other people deal with how they respond to it.
Everybody's responsible for their own damn selves. Stop taking care of other people. But don't.
You can love other people.
But don't.
It's not your job. It's not your job.
Not your job. Hello.
Hi, I'm Diane. So, in honor of today being Veterans Day, and I'm a Navy veteran, I wanted to ask you two ladies who think like badass in person and in the show, if you could be in any branch of the military, what would you have picked and why?
Oh, I am way too much of a wimp to be Marines.
Yes, right.
I'm way too claustrophobic to be Navy, because you're enclosed in something somewhere. I think, although, maybe Air Force, because I want to be like Captain Marvel. Sorry, not sorry?
I wanted our Air Force first, but yeah, I'm afraid of heights, so I picked Navy.
I actually just don't think I'm tough enough to be in the military, so I commend you. My brother, I'm from Canada, so my brother's also in the military. Today is Remembrance Day in Canada. Yeah, I remember growing up always going to the Remembrance Day ceremonies, and I'm sure it's very similar, if not exactly the same here, where it's really important to remember throughout time, there are other peoples who served for us. And I don't ever think that I could be one of those people, not at least in a military sense. I think the courage that it takes is unmatched, and I think you should be very proud of yourself, and I'm very grateful for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. I have a very superficial question for
Fucking
Brianna.
thank God. Is it about my hair?
Yes.
I knew it. Fucking knew it. Okay.
So what products do you use?
Okay,
for
ready?
curls?
You writing this down?
I'm recording.
I get this question once a convention. I want everybody to know that this is not easy. Okay? I'm not going to be one of those fucking women that gets up here and is like, I don't know, I just like wash it. I'm like, no. You gotta wash it twice. You gotta condition it. Then you gotta rinse it with cold water. Then you come out of the shower. Don't fucking touch it. Don't put a towel to it, for God's sakes. Then you're gonna put curl cream in it. Then you're gonna put a body mousse in it. Then you're gonna blow dry it on low, upside down. But when it's medium dry, you're gonna put it up again. You're gonna just do it like this. You're gonna diffuse it like this. Then you're gonna stop blow drying it. You're gonna take it out. You're gonna take your finger and you're gonna start doing this a little bit with a little bit of oil. Okay? Then you're gonna take a small barrel curling iron. You're gonna find the pieces that are telling you to go fuck yourself, and you're gonna go, no, go fuck yourself. And then you're gonna curl the shit out of them with a little barrel curling iron. Then you're gonna put more oil through it so it doesn't get frizzy. You're never gonna touch it. You're never gonna let anybody else touch it. And then you're only gonna wash it about every 5 days.
No! No! I love that your hair questions are the same as my
Your Fuckberry Hill
questions.
But the trick is hair health. Curly hair is very fragile, and I remember hearing this years ago. Is like, as you age, the best thing you can do is to work with your natural hair texture. Film television doesn't love curly hair because it's tricky for continuity. So I always straighten my hair or have it back for the most part for film television. So I try not to put too much heat on it otherwise. The pandemic was great for that because I was disgusting and dirty all the time. And yeah, for me, I prefer long hair, but we talk all the time about how I want to cut all of my hair off, but it would not suit me the way it suits Kim so beautifully. So I just live vicariously through her. Thank you. Share with the masses. Hello.
Hello. Hi, I'm Tashay.
Hi, Tashay.
Hey guys, just want to say something really quick. I saw them by the bathrooms and I just stared at them with my mouth like wide open. I was like, Mom, I gotta go. Yeah. I was like, Mom, I gotta go. Well, I didn't notice. I was like, is that them? I was like,
Yeah, were we coming out of the bathroom?
well, you guys were like standing by it.
We had snuck away. We got in trouble for that,
Yes.
by the way.
Well, I was like,
We
We
had to
totally
pee,
got in trouble for that.
But the bathrooms were being closed for cleaning, but we're like, oh, we'll just stand here and wait. But we were gossiping, so we're like whispering. But then we were waiting because we wanted to go into the single stall bathroom. Is that where you were?
Yeah, and I was like talking to my mom, and I'm looking over, and I'm like, wow, they look really familiar. I was like, oh, Mom, I gotta go. I was like,
I gotta see what these bitches are talking about.
I was like, you guys were like into it too.
You should have heard what we were
I
talking
wish I
about.
heard it.
I don't remember.
I can only imagine what we looked like.
Probably
You
pretty
guys were
good.
just like serious, like in a conversation. I was like, huh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, we were into that. And then, you know what I thought about afterwards? Because it was a one stall. It was like it's the family bathroom, and so we just both go right in there. There's no, and I was just like, we full on just admitted that we pee together. Not that it's a big surprise to anybody, but I just was like, I wonder if anybody thinks we're making out in here.
Kim and I were just like, we're like sisters at this point. we're just having a conversation, and we weren't finished having the conversation, but I had to pee, so we just took it into the bathroom. We're economic. Thank
Well,
you.
I did actually have a question.
Okay, yes.
Well, I'm sure there's an OnlyFans for that, but yes.
I love that. If you guys had to choose like a different character on Supernatural, who would you choose and why?
Whoever makes the most money so that I could get rich. Final answer.
Yeah, I like that. I am a little more like No,
I smell fine to you.
are you okay?
It's my jacket.
It's the jacket. You're okay.
Can you guys smell me?
There, right? Yeah.
Give it time. It's a natural deodorant.
I am fascinated with how gender affects the concept of evil. And therefore, I wish I had had a stab at Lucifer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There was an episode where you turned evil.
I was possessed.
Yes.
I was possessed.
That's right.
Yes.
That's exciting. I think it's exciting, the idea of not shape-shifting so much as just going, I play this character and am seen as this character, which is one dynamic. It'd be interesting, so Wayward Sisters, the spin-off, we had, what happens is when they pitch a show to the network, they have to build, what's it called? A Bible, which is essentially the stories that will happen throughout the first season. So the entire first season of Wayward Sisters was already built. Not fully written, but built. So they knew the arc of that season. And we got to see what that was. And I know that the plan was for Donna to be turned into a vampire. Which, right? We're just like, oh, cool! So we're super stoked about that. So write your networks and your
A couple
officials.
characters named like Dodie and Jonna.
Dodie
I'm
and
sure
Jonna.
there would be no legal
Fine,
ramifications
exactly.
for that show.
They do, they're punting things and milling people. What is the thing? What is the thing you guys say? Oh, shaving people? Shaving?
They're barbers. They're barbers. They're evil fighting barbers.
I love that for us. It writes itself.
Shaving people and punting things. They play football. They have a women's football league in the evening.
That's the thing that Phil sends out, right? That email.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll pitch it to Phil. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
All right. You heard it here first. I'm sure it'll happen.
That's great.
Yes.
Hi, I just got really nervous. Holy cow.
Can you smell me?
I cannot.
You let me know though, okay?
I will. So kind of related to hair, I've noticed that like 90% of the characters on Supernatural or the female ones are ginger. I was wondering what your thoughts are on that, being the main non-ginger females.
Well,
never thought about that.
Ruth, Felicia.
Yes. Do you think that Shoshana's ginger?
No, but I would say like Abaddon.
Oh, Abaddon.
And,
Yeah. Elena's ginger.
Or she was in the show?
Sam is not. Shoshana's not. Megan, Joe.
Not. So you're wrong. You are wrong. Are you ginger?
I am.
Okay. I don't care for ginger, so I'm just kidding. I had red hair for a hot second.
It's had red hair for a really, really long time.
Love
and
it.
It's very hard for
Love
anything
it.
on me to not go red.
Yes.
But interesting. I
never thought about that. But you're right. Like those three, of the biggest female characters
And a lot of
were redheads.
Winchesters, the big villain that they're kind of teasing is a redhead, and then there were some side minor villains that were redheads in Supernatural. So I think it's an odd trend. I was wondering.
Well, I'm going to tell you something that's awful, which is that, and I was told this by an agent once, so I'm no longer with, but redheads in the film television industry, at least 10 years ago, were considered a minority. So sometimes, at least back in the day, it's possible that networks would have gone, there, we did it. Happy? Now I don't know that that's what they did, but often that has been said, that was enough. Now, I think that that's not what happened with those women because they're fucking stars, and we're lucky to have them on that show. But when you see a show that doesn't have females as their, you know, frontliners, that might be the case. Or, I don't know if it is anymore. I wouldn't say that, but back in the day, it could have been, you know?
I love the fact that you clocked that because it never had occurred to me, and thank you for pointing it out. However, I try very hard not to speak to things that I have no opinion about, or if my opinion is fully something that I would just pull out my ass to answer your question, and it would be option B if I did that. So I would have to say I will get back to you on that, and I will pay closer attention to the allocation of roles amongst the ginger personalities.
But I do think it's cool that because you're a redhead, you notice redheads in shows. I think that's cool.
Yeah, it's like kind of a representation thing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It's why it's fucking important that you ask this, and it's important for me to recognize that I don't know, so now I'm going to pay attention to it.
I had never thought about
Thank
that
you.
like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who are these people?
My name is Sarah. I am Kim. You are. I have autism as well. You're a role model for me now.
Thank you. Would you like to write it down? Do you want me to come and so that you can say not with a microphone? Okay, let's do that.
Woo!
Brianna, talk amongst yourself.
Okay, so this one time, let me tell you a fun story. Do I have any fun stories that I can share with people who are taking pictures? What? Oh my God, so, thank you, great idea. My daughter is 8 years old, her name is Valentina. I was pregnant with her, my very first episode of Supernatural. And so she thinks that she's also a star of Supernatural, which is great. She was at the convention in Vancouver. Whenever we go to Vancouver, she comes to all the conventions. It's very cute, everybody knows her. And nothing, Stephen. Nothing. I'm just saying, nothing happened with your drum set. Is all I'm saying. I just want you to feel safe on that.
I don't believe you.
Okay, so I took Valentina. Lizzo is one of her favorite artists of all time. And so I surprised her by buying her tickets to her concert, which was on Monday. And so I took her to dinner and then told her, I was like, because you and one of her little friends was with her, you are such wonderful friends to each other and to your other friends that we are surprised at you taking to Lizzo concert. And she lost her fucking shit. She could not believe it. And then she asked me the cutest question. She went, Mom, is it the real Lizzo? Because she had never seen somebody famous in real life, so it was very cute.
She was except her mom.
That's true. That is very true.
She was really excited to see Mom in the concert.
Very excited, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really cute because before the concert, I was like, are you excited to watch your mom? She's like, nah. And then afterwards, she came and she comes running up and she jumped into Brianna's. I was just like, yes! She's so excited she couldn't stay cool about
She was the best, the best.
She was excited about that.
How did that go?
Huh?
How did that go?
Oh, so good.
Were these guys good?
Yeah!
I just wanted to quickly answer and just quick address a question that or what there was, which is just the more I think all of us get to show up in a way that makes us happy, the more the whole world is gonna be just fucking happy. So, so thank you for creating a space. Oh, good. Oh, here it comes. I was afraid I was going to get through panel without crying. Yep. Nope. I just also have to breathe. Thank you for creating a space where I can learn to see and love what I show you. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm thank you to Brianna Buckmaster.